evening, everyone, and welcome to the Midnight Ride. And I'm not sure what happened there, but hey, yep, it's the Midnight Ride here. Got grandkids here, so things are a little bit. All righty. So let me get over and say hi to everybody first. All right, first one in was Walt Rogers, then Suzanne Galley, and she said she may be late getting back here. Then Chef Tech came in, said a lot going on the east side. Mother's Garden Club is here. Ooh. Expecting snowstorm this weekend, may get 10 inches, they say. Phelan Klein Wolf is here. Walt's got, everyone's, a couple of them just saying what they got for their ads. Diana 2 is here. Kaylin Strain is here. Jay is in the house. Lewis, it's the Marshmallow Man, is here. Butch Graves is here from Colorado. Sula Dean is here from Utah. Tammy Harder is here. Shadow Scout Swede from Sweden. Lewis had his first power failure of the year. Shady Hill Homestead is here. And, yep, okay, we're caught up here. Hang on one second here. Like I said, I got grandkids here. Had ice yesterday, melted today. Yeah, I shaved it off. It was doing weird stuff like hadn't done any of the other times, so it was just getting too irritated. Shaved it off about a month ago, I guess. But I'm pretty sure you've been here. You just didn't notice it, Jay. Tibor is in the house. Woohoo! All right. And let me go and get this over here out of the way here. And drop it down. Get that out of my way so I can get stuff up here. There's been some really interesting stuff going on news-wise. Of course, everybody should be following. Because it's just everywhere. I mean, I can't go on Facebook or YouTube without seeing, all right, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing this, they're doing that. The Democrats are pulling out their hair, screaming, he's trying to discombobulate, disassemble, the United States. No, guys, that's what you guys have been doing for the last 80 years since FDR started screwing stuff up. All right, so I got some news things, so let's go over it. This one is absolutely utterly stupid. New California bills would shield students from immigration enforcement officials at schools. No, it won't, because federal law takes precedent over state law, and they can't ban them from coming in. And they'll just go right on in, and anybody who tries to stop them will go to jail. Besides, if they're here illegally, they are criminals, and being criminals, they need to be repatriated to their own country. Another one came out of California. How new tariffs will hit your wallet in California. Only if you're buying crap from Canada, China, or Mexico. But wait a minute. Canada and Mexico have made arrangements to do crap they should have been doing to begin before. So they're pausing any tariffs. Hey, Prepper 101. Let's see. California's largest insurer seeks 22% emergency rate after Los Angeles fires. That's State Farm, who canceled 70% of the policies in the fire zones. So why are they having to pay? Why are they, wanting emergency rate hike? The way the insurance stuff works in California is that if you can't be covered by a a commercial insurance agency. California has insurance to cover you for a certain percentage or whatever, and anything over that, all the insurance companies have to ante into this pool to cover everything above that to replace the homes and stuff. So even though they canceled their policies, they're still having to ante in to pay up on it. That's why they're screaming, "Oh, we got to do this, we got to do that." Yes, Tibor, it's bringing the people to the tables. Here's an interesting thing on tariffs before I go on with the next one here. Actually, mark where I was. Okay, there we go. There was not any income tax until there was a little bit of income tax during the Civil War and immediately got rid of once the Civil War was over. Then there was no income tax until World War I. As soon as it was over, they got rid of it. And it wasn't until the end of the Great Depression, that they brought it back in for World War II. Before World War II. Thank you, FDR. And how did we pay for everything? Off of tariffs. The tariffs were raised when Andrew Jackson came in as president. And guess what? By the time he left, there was no debt. There was no national debt. It was gone. Plus, made purchases, but the debt was gone. But then all the rich bankers who were involved with banking overseas and everything else paid off their buddies in Congress and created the the international banking system, whatever, basically led to the foundation of the Fed and changed the Constitution through amendments on tariffs, and saying put a limit on tariffs and say you got created the income tax system and crap like that. Yeah, it was a bunch of BS. And Utah Mike is here. But anyways, yeah. So if we went back to a tariff system and nobody paid income tax, that means instead of paying 51% income tax, I'd had 51% of my money to spend on something else. But if I'm paying 25% more for goods and stuff from overseas and stuff, I stop buying from overseas and I buy U.S. made. So I would say I'm having to pay 35% more to buy local. That's still 35, 45. That's 16% I'm saving still. And I'm not having to pay to the government for taxes for these stupid and I froze. All right. And okay, so this one came from the Epic newsroom, Epic Times, let me go in here. So it's U.S. tariffs hits China. Beijing responds with counter tariffs. Wow. That means all the pork and stuff that their companies are exporting from the U.S. to there, they're going to have to pay more for over there. Because we're not going to pay it. It's going to be paid on their end. But it was only a 10% tariff on China. And all it is it was imposed new levels seek to stem the flow of fentanyl precursors coming from the Chinese chemical companies. Yeah, so this was from back. When was this from? This was on the 4th? Yeah, on the 4th. 10% tariffs ordered by President Trump on all import goods from China went into effect on Tuesday, with Beijing responding with counter tariffs the same day. The new levies on China are in addition to those imposed by Trump during his first administration, which ranged from 10 to 25% for various goods. So I'm surprised that Biden didn't eliminate those first tariffs from the first go around. When the 10 to 25% on various goods were imposed on China. China's Ministry of Commerce announced Tuesday they would implement counter tariffs on multiple U.S. products while announcing other trade-related measures, including an investigation into Google. Yeah, investigate Google. Wait a minute. You own a big chunk of Google. All right. Yeah. The communist regime said it would implement a 15% tariff on coal and liquefied natural gas products, as well as a 10% tariff on crude oil, agricultural machinery, and large displacement cars. Like they import that many large displacement cars. Uh, Anyways, yeah. Let me go back to the main stories here. All right. In California, they've got, with all the rain they're getting in California, on top of burnt out areas and even non-burnt out areas, landslide sends house into river, roads closed, thousands lose power. Duh. And they're talking about is up by Santa Rosa, where they had a little bit more burn up there because, once again, the great nuisance was cutting money to fire departments, suspended on giving it to luxury hotels and debit cards to illegal aliens instead of taking care of the infrastructure. This one I got to go into again. I got to go into this one here because this has several things on it here that's interesting. All right, Shadow, getting coffee. Yeah, exactly. All right, so the company called Workday. It's a business and HR software company, announced significant cuts just a day after a report came in that Salesforce was doing the same thing. So Workday lays off 1,750 workers as part of AI pivot, and that's in Pleasanton, California. And what was the other thing I wanted to read about it? The company is looking to enable faster decision making and expand global presence. In other words, trying to build presence outside of California. Affected employees in the U.S. will receive a minimum of 12 weeks pay, with more offered depending on time of tenure. So Workday news comes a day after Salesforce reported cutting more than 1,000 positions, also in favor of AI. Microsoft, Google, Meta, and Amazon have also announced layoffs in the past month. And yeah, it's going to be amazing to see how much AI screws up here shortly. What do we got here? This is another left-wing spinball one. Let me get into this one here. So, attack on families. How proposal to get the education department could affect California. Reduce the number of federal mandated screwball courses, teaching memorandums and crap that most school districts don't want to do, and they'll save money doing that. But anyways, Yeah, so basically, all Trump can do is he can shrink the Department of Education budget. Can't eliminate it because that has to be done by Congress. But wait a minute, Republicans control both houses of Congress. And it says questions loom about everything from how Golden State residents will repay their student loans. Simple. They got to repay their student loans no matter what. They got to get a job, earn the money, and repay it. And those coming in need to realize this is not free money. This is something that I'm going to have to pay interest on for the next 40 years. Okay, to be clear, the executive order dismantling the education department isn't among the more than 40 Trump has signed to reshape the federal government. So it hasn't signed it yet, but they're figuring out what to do and cut things down. And so Linda McComb, his nominee for the Secretary of Education, and he said, I want Linda to put herself out of a job. So he's hired to say, hey, I need you to close this thing down. So yeah, so anyways, so what happens to student loans? The agency also manages approximately 1.6 trillion student loans. Why do they have that much student loans? Because they are telling the universities, here, we're giving out all these students loans. You can raise your fees. Yeah. So there are approximately 3,893,300 borrowers in California. All of them have all but 300 of them have useless degrees that they can't get a job more than just working in McDonald's. All right. And I'm sorry, this just goes on to more stupid stuff. How they're saying, oh, all these people who have done stupid things are now going to have to pay for it. Duh. Irritates the crap out of me. Idiots do. And the last one here, I didn't have a chance to read it when it came in because I had grandkids over here. So the last one here is Trump administration to probe California college over transgender athletes. Department of Education into Title IX violations, including one at, and I'm going to go into it now, one at directed at California and Stanford down in San Jose. So yeah, so the college is saying, we don't care about the ban to have birth males claiming they're females to participate in girls and women's sports. We're going to let them keep doing it, and they're going to get all their funding yanked. Yeah. All right. Let me go back here, and that's all of the news. Oh, I do have some other fun stuff here, but let me go ahead and drop this. Exactly. They need to be kicked out of sports, period. But of course, Biden's expanded Title IX to include transgender people. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so all your stuff is going to get screwed up because the AI is doing it, and AI is going to make more stupid mistakes than people do. Because people will realize, wait a minute, I made a mistake. I need to fix this before it goes out. AI is going to go, oh, my first thing's right. It's going out.
Good evening, everyone. I predict, Gil, I predict for you the next 3+ weeks of your Thursday night midnight ride are going to be lit.
Yeah. And we got to be careful. We got to be careful what we say.
I know. Yep. There's going to be
wrong button there. Sorry, let's hit the wrong button. I just wanted to take out the comment.
So what does it Canadian? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So what exactly does the U.S. export to China? Basically, pork.
Yeah, pork, coal, and fuel oil.
Yeah, and the fuel oil we export to China is we'd probably be better off not exporting to China and keeping it here in the U.S. so we don't have to import the other stuff from the Middle East, because the Middle East won't export it to China without China paying an arm and a leg and restoring certain civil rights.
Yeah, well, 90% of our coal gets exported to China because, they're not on the same program we're on to not burn coal.
Oh, I saw. Speaking of which, I saw this interesting article by several bigwig professors and doctors and stuff. The carbon level in the atmosphere is 0.5% below optimal, and we need to put more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere to balance it for plant growth.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah.
You know what really burns my butt? Trump is going to give China 10% tariffs, but he'll give Canada 25% tariffs.
Well, the thing is that at 25, it's on hold, and it's going to get downgraded because it was just to get
car manufacturers
Trudeau to move his ass and get moving on certain things like the fentanyl problems and stuff. Basically, fentanyl goes to Canada and then comes into the United States, and to stop that. And so as soon as they're dealing with that, the tariffs are going to come down.
That's right.
The tariffs are going to go up on China, but tariffs are going to be balanced out here back and forth for certain things. And it's like Keyboard says, it's a bargaining chip.
Yeah,
and it's going to go down.
Canada has had a tariff on U.S. dairy products, eggs, and milk for years.
Yeah,
because Wisconsin can't ship their milk and cheeses north without the tariff, and no, you guys can't afford it up there.
Yeah.
But they're literally miles from the border, and they could ship it up there. But no, Canada wants to tariff it because we got our own stuff, but then they charge you guys stupid money up there for both.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether it's ours or the Canadian stuff, which, I mean, Wisconsin is like, cheese and cow central.
I mean, that's the same thing went for Mexico. They put the 25% tariff there, and immediately the next day, I can't remember her name now, the Mexican president. She called Trump. Whoa, you're serious? What do I need to do? Oh, 10,000 troops to the border? Boom, they're on their way.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that. But yeah, there's a lot of this is all, the tariffs is a political tool. It's been used from George Washington's time. It was the misuse of tariffs, the Stamp Act, the tea tax, and all that stuff. Those were actually tariffs. Yeah. And so that's what caused the for the United States to break away, and then later Canada to break away.
Well, except for Quebec, they never quite broke away.
Yeah, they're still trying to go back to Canada. I mean, go back to France.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, it's just utterly ridiculous, some of the things. Now I got to pull something else up here real quick. That up there. So I haven't done this for a couple weeks, so get ready for a bunch of memes, guys.
I sent you a couple, I think.
Yeah, I didn't pull those up here though. I'm sorry. I know I got the things. A couple of may have moved across. Plants are not alternative medicine. They are original medicine. Petroleum jelly drugs are alternative medicine. Actually, they're not even medicine. They're alternative drugs. I'm going to make this one a little bigger so everybody gets a good look at this one.
That's why they call it the health care system, not the health cure system.
Yeah. They poison us, but want us to believe that cervical cancer is caused by a virus passed on to us by a man. Oh, it's coming out. A new, this is according to a new lawsuit filed yesterday in Los Angeles, or this has been a couple days. So it's like, no, it's not. Once again, smoke and mirrors. Nobody did to verify what they were saying until someone did verify. It's like, it's all BS.
But CNN told me so.
Does everybody remember when Bill Clinton, a.k.a. Hillary, and Janet Reno sent men with automatic weapons to kick a child refugee out of America? And the Democrats, including the great nuisance and Biden and all the rest of them and stuff are going, yeah. Mm-hmm. One of these I may want to.
Yeah.
They should have put Trump's face in there.
I like that one, man. That one movie. I'm back.
Yeah.
Hello, boys. I'm back.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, this was the pictures from both Pensacola, Florida, and Homer, Alaska. Homer, Alaska is the one with the green grass.
Climate change. Oh, wait. Yeah, the climate always changes. It always has, always will. Yeah.
I'm going to make this one bigger so everybody can read the blinky one. There's a lot still. Yeah, don't get it. The left blinky thing, big truck goes left. Right blinky thing, it goes right. Do not pass on right. Right side, left side, passing side. Right side, suicide. Let's see, where's I'm gonna go over here. There we go. Next. Oh, yeah. This hits home with me.
Oh yeah.
Back in the 60s, 70s, and even into the 80s a bit. Even in California into the 80s a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, they called it a camper shell back then. Now it's just called a cap. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, this reminded me of something else. I couldn't get it to show up here. I couldn't pull stuff on it. But so the majority of the blue states signed on to this pact that whoever got the popular vote would get their electoral votes pushed over automatically.
Yeah.
States that signed on to it: California, Oregon, Washington, New York, Pennsylvania. Didn't matter there though. Was it Maryland?
Yep.
Anyways, and so all the states that somebody else carried were signed on to the pact. All but one that that person carried were signed on to the pact. If they'd all signed on to the pact, it would have been total red from shore to shore, except this one little blue spot, little blue spot back east on the shore. But none of them followed through with their promise.
No, because it went the wrong way for them. Oops.
Yeah. Yes. teach our daughters to be ungroomable, aka make them pioneer women. My wife was raised this way, and my daughter was raised this way a little bit. Here's something to go with your McMeltdown.
I like that.
This is one. I'm not sure if I got this from Courtney or Tammy.
Probably Courtney.
New Mexico to replace 16 million tons of GM corn with native varieties and ban the toxic herb glyphosate. Yeah, now we can get individual states here to ban it.
Wait, I didn't know General Motors made corn. What about the Ford corn? Sorry, you said GM corn. What about the Ford corn and the Dodge corn?
Those are natural. Those are natural.
Ah, okay.
How do you
Yeah, there you
protect?
go.
Yeah. Anybody can't figure out that's bacon hanging on the door handle. Courtesy of Commander Bacon. And I just saw another news article on her, the foreign national from China. She's being packed onto a plane and shipped home. Her visa has been revoked. Yeah, so ICE is finding illegal aliens by the phones that Biden gave them. The best we can do is take that cell phone and not call ICE. Okay, this is one that I'm not going to say a word. You guys can read it. I'm going to say a word, but I'm not going to say about it. So required jibbity jab jab jubes in 1940 was 2, only 2. 1980, 40 years later, it went up to 9. And 32 years later, it went up to 33. 8 years later, it went up to 56.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Look at the
prevalence rate.
The result down below here. So in 1970, there was 1 in 10,000 cases. In 85, there's 1 in 2,500. That's a 4 times increase. 10 years later, it was 1 in 750. And 5 years later, it was 1 in 250. Just in that 5 years, from 95 to 2000, it tripled.
Yep. Wonder what's in that stuff. Huh.
I found some other stuff. I will share it with you later here. I got to dance around it carefully. I'm not giving out any medical information other than what's been posted by the CDC and the American Medical Association. Their stuff has been dropped out there. Yep. I used to love Wonder Bread when it was wheat flour that did not have glyphosate in it. Water, sugar, yeast, salt, milk, and butter.
Now it does.
Now it has enriched flour, chemicals added to it, water, high fructose corn syrup from genetically modified and highly processed corn, yeast, soybean oil, which is a poison to men. Basically, it makes Mr. Happy shrivel up and die. Salt, wheat gluten, which is contaminated with glyphosate, vinegar, calcium propionate, monoglycerides, all these other chemicals there, ammonium sulfate, sodium steroid, lactate.
That's just to stabilize it so it lasts for months without going moldy.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Decades.
Yeah.
Without going.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the one Mark sent me. I am Iron Man.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been sharing this one too.
Yeah.
It's not deportation, it's repatriate. Oh, can't even pronounce it.
Repatriation. Yeah.
Yes.
Why
To
are
return
you
a
over here
person to
flying
their
your
own
flag?
country so they can make their own country great again.
Yeah. Why did you come here to help us, but you're flying the flag from the place you left? What did Andrew Wilkow said? You can't come here from there without making there become here or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Tammy got her stainless steel bread pans today. Woo-hoo.
Nice.
None of this Teflon coated crap in her kitchen anymore.
I just had scrambled eggs made in my cast iron pan. I mean, because that's what I like.
All right, next one here. Let's go here. Okay, it's hard to read it. Basically, this is all over the place. Karma struck a 22-year veteran of the USDA General Inspector. Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. I'm reading the next. Okay, so up the top. It's actually Phyllis Fong. All right, Karma struck, forced her out and delivered her straight to JAG investigators. I think that JAG investigators is wrong because JAG is military, they don't cover governmental things like this. Arrested, USDA General Inspector Phyllis Fong, a 22-year deep state operative, is one of the key players behind the artificial inflation of poultry and egg prices in the United States. She ordered the culling of millions of healthy birds using fake excuses of mutating bird flu. But here's the truth. There was no pandemic of the bird flu. Fong personally ordered mass bird exterminations in 2024, targeting farms in Colorado, Ohio, Arizona, Louisiana, and Nebraska. In one case, Louisiana set the stage for a man who did not work in a poultry farm was allegedly diagnosed with H5N1. This is news, folks. This is news taken from the news articles. And I found the actual article, too. After finding dead birds in his yard, the CDC then invented the panic scare and claimed 66 people were infected, only one. And actually, they claim he was infected. He just found the stuff. And the entire number was entirely fabricated. They found out this is documented evidence now that has been put out by that. Yeah.
So let me get this straight.
Here's the part you got to get here. Okay. In Nebraska, ordered the instant killing of 600,000 birds. The farm owner who recently tested his flock and found zero signs of the bird flu refused, but it didn't matter. Fong had already signed off the order, threatening him with a $4 billion in fine and prison time if he didn't comply. She thought she was untouchable when Trump began cleansing the deep state in January. She refused to leave when she was one of the ones that were fired, and they had to get security to walk her out. And yeah, and this is news. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with it platform, but this is what is reported in the news. There's websites on it. Hang on here. Yeah, here's the website. This is from Fox News. I'm going to drop this in here into the link. There is the actual article about it. Yeah, and it's also being reported by Reuters as well. So yeah, it's out there. This is what the news. So we're just replacing the news. And hang on a second, I got to throw something up here just to shut the the stuff up here. So this is, I got to put up a fair use disclaimer. So this is what it is. We are made for fair use purposes, criticism, comment. We're just making comment on it, reporting the news, and we're just copying it. So there is nothing there. And yeah, all right, just reading private chat then. Let me get back into this. Okay.
So let me get this straight. This particular strain of H something, N something is accidentally deposited by bird droppings from migratory birds, but only on chicken farms.
No.
Therefore, and turkeys or whatever.
Yeah.
But therefore, we don't go after the migratory birds. We only go after the chicken farms and the turkey farms.
Right.
So we'll let them. So basically, if somebody enters your house that's sick, that maybe didn't have some kind of an anti-sickness thing put in them, and your family gets sick, we don't kill that person. We kill your family because they might get sick from. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
And so, anyways, So this was from a USDA sponsored lab in Georgia, and they purposely were injecting mallards, which pretty much migrate in the United States.
But don't worry, right. Cow farts are killing are making our atmosphere bad, so we're going to kill the cows.
Yeah.
What about deer and raccoons? Oh my God, raccoon farts. They don't talk about. Oh, I'm screwed.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So next little thing here. This just popped up, and this is out there, and I guess the number is really legit. The website is legit. And there is, I guess that there are, I'm not sure. I haven't found for sure on a government site about the bounty, but there are, I've heard two different bounties of $1,000 for each one reported, and or $1,500 for each one reported, and then they catch them. Then you get the bounty.
Do you have the meme there of the giant freezer chest outside of a 7-Eleven that says ice on it? Do you have that one?
No, but I did see the video of a truck that have been around for years that says ice on it. It's an ice cream truck, and people are going, "Oh, that's bad! Ice is pretending to be an ice cream truck to get schools."
It was a meme. It was a picture of one of those giant ice chests outside of like a 7-Eleven that said, "So I made a deposit into the ice depository box here of an illegal. Where do I go to get my $1,000?"
And that's the last one I have. Let me go in and make sure that is the last one. Yeah, that's the last one.
So I'm not going to name the city, but there's a smallish city about 20 to 30 miles north of the center of our government that apparently most of the hotels there right now are full of specific agents, and it's going to be ugly this weekend in neighboring areas, including my own.
Yeah, it's interesting is, and I've thought several interviews with legal aliens who are actually reporting illegal aliens.
Yep.
And one guy says, "You want to piss off a legal alien? Just tell him one of these illegal aliens is getting stuff that he's not."
So you kind of know what I do for a living. Yeah. I walk into lots of places that are service oriented.
Yeah.
And the last couple of days, I've walked into a few of them, which they're I deal with them. I walk in, and the looks on some of the patrons' faces when I go walking in the door. Here comes Gringo walking in the door, and the look is like of absolute fear of who is, because I don't know most of them, and they're like, "Oh my God, who is this guy?" And yeah, the conversation, like all the noise in the background, just stops.
Yeah.
And a couple towns I work in, certain areas of that town are literally ghost towns right now. Because there was a raid in one of them that happened over the weekend, and now they're all hiding.
I got to pull out my collection of ball caps. Now I got to start wearing them into Idaho Falls, because I have one that says from ICE. I have one from Customs Border Protection. I have all the different agencies. I got going around working with them, being at Homeland Security. I got hats from all of them. But I'm like, I need to start wearing the ICE hat up there to Idaho Falls.
Oh my God, I can imagine that. I didn't think about that. The sales on some of these like baseball hat sites, customized ones, I'm sure people are like, oh my God, I need a hat that just says ICE. And in the little letters underneath it says cubes. Mm-hmm. Just so you don't get dinged by,
No, if you just get on it that says ICE, that ain't an official government hat. It's got to have the emblem on it. Just like my agency has the official emblem on it. So, but let me see something here. Let me look here.
I'd probably get fired for wearing one of those hats in my job.
Let me see here. I need to think about looking this up.
Louis changed his name. I just realized that. Louis Mastra Mateo.
All right. You ready for this? You ready for it?
Sure. There it is. Right.
Amazon, U.S. Border Patrol. TCE shop. I have one of these. Someone's actually selling the actual one. You probably have to have. It may not be, but yeah, you got all the different ones here, all the different type hats and stuff. And a simple one here like this one down here just says Border Patrol on it. That's not anything close to it. This one's not anything close to it. This starts getting close to it. It's a mock-up of the logo. Of the actual law enforcement hat. Yeah. So
I like the FBI hat, female body inspector.
No, that's Federal Bureau of Incompetence. Yeah, so they got a bunch of different ones there on Amazon, all the different places you can do it. Oh, guess what? So this is the DHS gift shop.
Oh, geez.
You can get the let's see if I can get this big here. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is the employee association, so you gotta have your number. Okay, but yeah, it's the yeah. So this is one of the official ICE hats or Border Patrol hats, the camel ones. That's an official one at the DHS store.
I should just buy one of those and go walking into my neighborhood Lowe's.
Do I have it in here still? No. Hang on. Hang on. So that's the navy blue. Mine is black hat. Black and tan were the two that when I was in there were the only two that were available. They didn't have the blue one available.
Maybe soon all the ex-federal employees that didn't do anything for a living are going to be standing around Home Depot and Lowe's looking for day jobs.
Oh, you mean the DEI didn't earn it ones?
Yeah.
Ones that didn't earn their jobs?
Yeah. Going to be a lot of builders in a world of hurt here shortly because of all their subcontractors are.
Yes, TSA does have hats. I got one of those too somewhere. One. Yeah, when TSA was first went under Homeland Security, we used to joke with people. TSA, what's that? Terrorist suppression agent. People's eyes got about that big. What? Yeah, they suppress them. We got told to stop doing that. Ugh.
Yeah, today we had our first power failure of the winter.
How long?
About an hour.
Yeah, we just had our first power failure. It was scheduled. Power went off for a minute and a half, came back on as they switched circuits. However, Firth across the railroad tracks here on the other side and down towards the school is and stuff was without power for 3 hours because they were changing the transformer lines where they're working on the railroad tracks. They had to do. I'm not sure what's going on. I've been avoiding that area over there because traffic they got signals that either in now and they're just timed. So if you miss it, even though nobody's coming, you got to sit there and wait for the 5 minutes for it to cycle through before you can go.
Jeez.
But they're doing railroad track work.
That's where you tailgate the car in front of you. He went through the yellow and it's red for you. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to go because you're still coming at them.
Well, it will put it this way. They time it because you have to drive like a quarter mile or a half mile.
Mm.
And so it's time for someone doing 15 miles an hour, even though the speed limit is 25.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Do they got those on the hydro poles every so often where they got to reach up and pull this lever down and it goes all the way back up on your hydro poles?
No.
Up here in Canada, we do. It could be every 10 houses or 10 hydro poles where they got this, it's almost like a switch thing, but they got to reach up with a big pole and they can pull it down and break all the ice off.
It's a big blade switch. Yeah.
The only thing they have around here for the power poles is they'll have a lockout switch down below. They got to put a ladder to get up to it and to disconnect it. But more often than not now, they're eliminating those, and the boom truck goes up, and the guy has a fiberglass pole, and he just pulls the breaker the breaker bar away. It fits in. He just pulls it away to shut off that. But as far as ice and stuff, I haven't seen anything for getting rid of ice around here that way. I haven't heard him saying get rid of FEMA. The only thing I've heard about FEMA is rescinding all the BS duties that have been assigned to it by Congress, the Democratic Congress, such as aiding illegal aliens.
Yep.
And getting them back to their primary function, which would be amazing.
Helping Americans?
Yeah, exactly. Helping those in disasters.
What? Never heard of that.
And so, yeah, it's if they go back to their original function and do what they're supposed to do, which is coordinating. Mainly, it's coordinating agencies to make sure they all get the proper stuff to do what they need to do, and they put people out there to help people fill out paperwork. Because basically, it's the cities, counties, states that are supposed to be taking care of putting in all the funding. And the federal government reimburses them for what they spend.
Mm.
So that's the thing. It's just it's a management agency.
Yeah.
And so they're supposed to manage the thing and get everybody working together. They put people out there to help the victims, do the paperwork to get their insurance companies to pay them and to get money from the states or the counties or the cities. But that's what it is. Yeah. Oh, the reason why FEMA was worthless there is because they had a bunch of idiots up there, one of which has been arrested for telling her people to, if you see a Trump sign, do not go there. She told her people, and she's been arrested. And they're going to find out, and pressure her to find out who above her told her to find out where that order came from, Biden. But yeah, there's it's the whole thing, and everyone tries to blame FEMA for not coming in to rescue. Well, FEMA can't do anything according to law. FEMA can't do anything until the cities, the counties, or parishes, as in case of Louisiana, and the state do everything they can in their power, put all their resources towards the event. And when they do that, say, all right, here we've got everything going that we don't need more help. Then FEMA comes in, starts bringing in everybody else, and starts doing stuff. And that's by law. They can't do it. And that's why Brown if Brown had said it during Katrina, saying, hey, I can't do anything until Mayor Nagin gets off his butt and starts putting city resources to it, and the parish head of the parish board of supervisors and the governor start doing their part, I can't do anything. And he didn't say that. If he'd said that, he would have still been in place, and those others would have been fired and taken away. Red Cross has changed too. Yeah, I mean, there's so much crap going on, to change a good thing to make so they can make a buck off of it. Gee,
no, change the name crap for corruption. There we go. Yeah. We got it right now. There's so much corruption going on. It's not funny.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They need to take it away where, no, you don't tell them what to do. Only the president should be able to tell FEMA what to do. And the president should be smart enough to say, you're the expert. You've been paid for it. You know more about doing this than I do. Take care of it. Well, each state is supposed to have their own emergency management agency. After 9/11, California changed theirs from California Office of Emergency Services to Cal EMA. And then about 4 years later, it was like, all right, and I got a different governor in there and said, no, let's put it back to what the mandated name was. And went back to California Office of Emergency Services. The same thing up here in Idaho. Idaho had their Office of Emergency Management, and when DHS will form, we're gonna name ours, our Idaho Department of Homeland Security here too. And and after 2 years, they were told, no, you're not Homeland Security. That's federal. You're not defending all the homeland. No, you're just taking care. And they changed it back.
That's right. And every time they change the name, let's go to this, let's go to that. Well, we have to hire a freaking printing company and send them a couple $2 billion to reprint all the papers and forms with the different logo on it. Yeah. Where's that money really going? Okay.
Yeah. Fortunately, though, some of the forms and stuff are generated as needed. So it's generated by, like in California, it's generated by a department in California's bureaucracy. That's all they print for all the things to keep the price lower. But other stuff such as like the earthquake manual for California and stuff, they had to change it because they actually stenciled the logo on it and then change it. Fortunately, someone got smart and said, no, we're not going to reprint all these. Keep them. They just put stickers on it.
Yep.
They changed it. They put stickers on it. They changed it back. They put stickers on it. But yeah, there is just some interesting crap going on. Speaking of interesting crap going on, let's go back to the platform here. Let me get this down. I got to bring something on another page so I can look at it, so I can get my information correct here. The analytics, getting my analytics here. So over the last couple of weeks, my views have gone way up. My watch hours, I mean, my views have gone up dramatically over the last week or so. My watch hours have gone up. And my estimate earnings on videos is basically flatlined. I can see the peaks when a bunch of people joined the channel of different membership levels, and I can see exactly, it matches just what I see that I can go and see when they joined, and it matches that. So basically, if nobody's joining, most of the time, whatever's going on is generally less than $2. Well, when my watch hours went up, now watch hours went up, jumped up for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday way up, Wednesday it's still up over normal. My earnings, number of video, not to watch, just watch hours and then views, the number of videos watched went way up. So the platform here is screwing creators out of money.
Of course they are. Oh, I forgot to ask. I went to ask and I hit the wrong button. I just posted Shadow's Saturday live stream.
That's cool. That's cool.
So if anybody's around on Saturday between 2 and 5 or 6 Eastern time, yeah, hop on. Good times.
Yeah,
later, Shadow.
Yeah.
See you Saturday.
And so what happened is I contacted a bunch of friends and stuff and said, hey, have you guys been watching? Oh, no, we got lazy. And they started watching, so my hours went up. And it's funny is that and they're all telling me, there's this ad in there, there's that ad, and sometimes they're just letting it play. They'd be making notes and telling me how many ads they were getting. Amount of ads being watched went up, but yeah, that's one of the screwy things that they're ripping off all everyone content. Like Kaylin says, now in the studio app, I can no longer see the cumulative earnings since last payout. Because so here's mine, and so it's last 28 days, and my watch time hours, it says it's 87 more than usual. So here's my watch time hours. Here's my views. Oh, geez, I guess people are watching my shorts too. Short videos, not watching my shorts.
I don't want to see your shorts. Don't show me your shorts.
But and so yeah, it's like you can see. All right, had a bunch of memberships there, memberships there, memberships there, memberships there, memberships here, and it hasn't posted the for yesterday yet. It's way behind.
Now, do you get all the money for a membership, or does YouTube keep a bunch of it?
I'm supposed to get 70%.
Huh.
On memberships, it looks like I'm getting 55 to 60%.
Wow.
On video viewing and stuff, several years ago, for the number of videos I got being watched now, I mean, I would never have less than $4 a day, and I'm getting like let's see, $1.25, 16 cents, 57 cents, 3 cents, 65 cents, 30 cents, 12 cents, 30, 32, 4 cents, 36, 5 cents, and it's like, Saturday went up to 36, Sunday down to 5 cents, Monday 14, $1.63 on Tactical Tuesday. Yeah, it's just,
You better get a real job now because you ain't gonna retire on YouTube.
No shit. So yeah. But yeah, what's interesting is it's like I have 4 videos that were done back to back. I did a 24-hour live stream. And it was a year and a half ago. Shoot. But anyways, it's on Grayman Prepping, and it was videos 146, 147, 148, and 149. And they were 6 hours each. Because if you do more than 8 hours, YouTube the whole thing. That's why people stay 6 hours or less. And yeah, during that, I've had people say, "Hey, all right, I'm going to go back, and at night when I go to bed, I'm going to play one of those." So for 6 hours, it plays at night. And so, and let me make sure I got that right. I'm going to look here. Number 146. Yeah, 146 is part 1. And then 147 is part 2, 148 is part 3, and 149 is part thing. So if you want to find it, you just type in, Grayman Prepping number 146, and it'll bring it up on the thing. And if you watch one of those, I'd be interested to see what happens if tonight everybody would watch 140, plug in 146 before you go to bed. Turn the volume down, not off, because if you turn it off on the YouTube video, they don't count it. But if you have it up and you have like head, or you have a desk speaker, and you have the desk speaker turned down, they think everybody's watching it. So we'll see what if anybody wants to try that tonight, you'll see what happens here. And then I'll report back on Saturday what tonight and tomorrow nights look like. Yeah. So, or you plug in a earbud like this, and you turn it's plugged into the desk speaker. I turn the desk speaker down and have the volume up on the video itself, the YouTube portion of it, and it shows that somebody's watching it. We'll see what happens.
Hey, post the link for it.
All right. Get it to open up there. There we go. So there's the first one. That first one is actually 7 hours. And there it goes. Yeah. Hang on here. Get back to analytics. Yeah. But yeah, it's be interesting to see if we can get a control thing. And if you guys do that tonight, send me an email saying, "Hey, I've turned it on and on this one here, and let it play for it." And if I get a bunch of people doing that, I can look and I can see there's a spike in watch hours during the night, which usually kind of drops off.
I got it running right now, so I got all kinds of ads coming. I'll just I'm not going to do anything. I'll just let it play the ads.
Yeah, let the ads play. See, this over here shows me, says in the last 48 hours, I've had 874 views. And by each hour, all right, between 8 and 9, I have 36. Hang on, let me refresh this to see what's going on between. Okay, between 8 and 9, I had 36. No new watches because this is continuing on from 9 to 10, or just slow cycling in it. But like I had 10 here between 2 and 3 today, and like over here yesterday between 11 and 12, I dropped one of my shorts, and so I had 45 views there. and I had some other views there and stuff. And Tuesday night I dropped another live at between 10 and 11 o'clock, and that was there. And so, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So if YouTube Studio has some information here on the things you can watch and see what's going on here, and then you can pick days. So like I can do my change it from, I can do just 7 days, showing what it looked like for 7 days, or I can do 90 days and see what it looks like over 90 days. I had some shorts back here, and then I can do the last year, and this is the one that's important because I need to maintain over 4,000 watch hours on a 365-day rolling block.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, to be monetized, you have to have over 4,000 watch hours. I got 4,400 watch hours over the last block, but there's the watch hour peak. So now I'm on watch hours, showing how it goes. So, but yeah.
And you wonder why I'm not going out of my way to like share streams and put my own stuff.
That's the thing. When I was on with Hanny the other morning, she's on the free version. So, actually, she wasn't on. She was she was on the free version because they had the StreamYard there on it, emblem on it. On the free version, she can't let other people share it as well. You got to be on the paid version, like I am. That's why you and her are able to share the video, share the live streams to your channels. And Courtney's now is using the actual YouTube app for her phone because they've improved it enough. So when Courtney's out there doing her pops up in her car, she's not on Melon and she's not on StreamYard. She's on YouTube, which doesn't allow you to share.
Yeah, I like feature a little bit. The one on your cell phone that I did a live today. You were there, Gil. That's what I was doing off my cell phone.
Yeah. All right, Tibor. See you later. Have a good night's sleep.
Yeah, they didn't have that a while ago. I think I can't remember the numbers. You needed a certain amount of subscribers and a certain amount of watch hours to be able to do that.
See if I can catch that one here. Come on. I'm trying to find one. Well, there was 65 hours in one day there, but that's not the high one. I feel what the high one is down here, right? No, it's too far back. I can't get a good picture on it, but yeah. Everything I had back before I deleted because it was Homeland Security done. So I deleted all those videos from way back when. So it's all flatlined now. But
if I put any videos up these days, when I do, it's more so, and my family or friends can see it and be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Anybody else watches it, great, thank you. I don't get a dime off of it, and I'm not selling anything. And
yeah, it's like I keep on getting these ads from companies out there saying, "Oh, we noticed you're not selling any merch on your videos or anything. We can provide the merchandise for you, T-shirts, cups, and everything else." It's like,
yeah, no,
yeah, I'm not that much into the money on it. I just want to try to get money from YouTube so I can turn around and have giveaways and give you guys, presents and stuff.
Yeah, we're just trying to get Tammy a new laptop. That's all.
Yeah. And it's like I like to be able to turn around and give back. For this year, my expenses for doing this versus the income from YouTube, $3 profit.
Sweet.
Because I I gave most of it away right back to you guys. You know, because and this next year it's going to be worse because they doubled the cost. StreamYard doubled the cost.
Yep.
From $235 to $470. And that's the cheapest I can go without going free and losing the stuff like being able to bring up 10 people up here at the most and being able to have people be able to share the stream to their channel. It's just they put all sorts of crap on here I don't need, like be able to change the things round, make all of us round circles, like the avatars are, only without the gray area around it,
Yay.
Don't need that.
Circle.
And they got a bunch of other stuff that's, wait a minute, that should not be in the basic. That should be in your advanced one only. I am not doing a blog to 10,000 people.
Yeah.
If I had 10,000 people watching one night, YouTube would crap bricks. They go, why does this guy suddenly have 10,000 viewers?
Oh, I've seen a couple of channels. They're few and far between where they get 1,500 or 1,700 people or a little over 2,000 people watching in a live stream.
Yeah, Arms Fan Homestead is one like that. When they do a live stream, I've seen it. See them talking. Oh, we got 3,000 people in here, and the stream is going.
Yeah, the chat goes by so fast. You even slow mode, you can't keep up with it.
Yeah. But yeah, interesting stuff. Well, let me get on something here because I got grandkids coming over tomorrow, and they wore me. I had them for 8 hours today. They wore me out. Coming up here, stuff's coming up here. Oh, bunch of things I'm coming up. Don't chop out, people. The stuff coming up I need your help with. All right, so starting on March. Looking here, March 1st, Saturday, March 1st. I'm bringing back the after the event, what are your plans series. And so March 1st is after the event, what are your plans? And we talk about what it is and how the whole series is going to go. The next one is, the next Saturday is after the power grid collapses, what are your plans? The next one, the March 15th, I'm not doing it because March 15th is the Ides of March. And we're going to talk about the debt settling on that one, just because it's the date. The one after that one, though, is after China's economy collapses, what are your plans? After the supply chain fails, what are your plans? After California falls into the sea, what are your plans? After a local mega disaster, what are your plans? After the fuel runs out, what are your plans? I'm just going down the list here. After the medicine is gone, what are your plans? After the rule of law is gone, what are your plans? After the insect invasion, what are your plans? After the U.S. economy collapses, what are your plans? After the polar ice caps melt, what are your plans? Of course, I'm going some things which are totally, non-plausible, but people are always talking about it. So do you have plans for it?
I got a canoe. I'm good.
Yeah. After the Constitution is revoked, what are your plans? After the magnetic poles flip, what are your plans? And they know the poles flip every so often.
Yeah, 50,000 years. Yeah.
No, less than
man,
less
if the
than
poles, I gotta buy a new compass. Man, Boy Scouts.
No. You don't gotta buy a new compass. Instead of following the red line, you follow the silver side.
Oh wow. You just saved me $7. Thanks, bud.
Yeah. Anyway, so if you guys have an event you want to be explored, email me an event. All right. let's see. So coming up here, Friday on Camp Patton Family Compound tomorrow night is Cheap Stuff That Does the Job, and that was recommended by email by one of these channel members. Saturday is Reality Check here, Reality Check 2025. Monday is Canned Foods for the Elderly. And we're going to go beyond canned foods, but that's what we're going to start out with, canned foods for the elderly. Tactical Tuesday is over-the-counter stockpile, vitamins, minerals, painkillers, allergy stuff. That's what we're going to be talking about on Tuesday. And so, and then of course, next week's Midnight Ride. Next Friday, not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow, is Valentine's Day. How do you show your love? We're going to talk about love prepper style. Love American style, love prepper style.
You better change your music for that.
No, I ain't getting dinged for that one. I tried to find out if it was, and they go, no, that's held by copyright.
Oh, you can't use like the Herb Alpert freaking album for that one. Oh, come on.
No.
All right.
All of Herb Alpert's albums, as far as I know, unless there's some of them have been added, are that way too. A lot of there are some musicians say, "Hey, I own the rights to it. It's if they're used on your videos, it's
franchise or whatever it is. Yeah,
it's anybody can use it. There's no thing on it." But so that's what's coming up for the next week. And if you have any other suggestions for either, the Monday night talking about canning and stuff, or anything on homesteading or emergency preparedness, send me a email. It's on the very bottom of the description. This is the email there. It's at the very bottom of every video. That description is in there. So, except for the Facebook Reels. I didn't put all that garbage in there. I just put some basic on the reels. So, but yeah, any of my videos, either channel, the email's in the very bottom. All right, everyone. Lewis, Mark, thanks for coming up here. Everyone else, thanks for putting up my rants. I'm so thinking about moving to Alpha Centauri and taking Howie with me.
Elon's running a special on Starship Cruisers right now. You're welcome.
No,
breathe,
someone did a video on this. It is absolutely hilarious. I was laughing so hard I forgot to save the link. It was Cry Now Cryo. And the company was saying, Are you totally distraught? Are you totally over the current situation of the government with Trump winning? Cry Now Cryo will put you has these plans will put you to sleep for 4 years, and you can wake up after it's all over and not have to deal with it. And it goes on and on, talks about it. And it says the girl's watching that. She goes, "Yeah, I'm going to do it." And she goes down there, talks to him and stuff out, and she goes in. Next thing you know, she's waking up. And she's like, "Where am I?" And then she see all the other people are waking up to things, and it's like, and then you hear, "Hello, welcome aboard Starship One. We are on our way to Mars." And she goes, "What? What? Yes, this is your captain, Elon Musk."
Yeah. Welcome to MAGA Central. Yeah.
No. And it goes, the current president, Donald Trump Jr., has mandated that all customers of Cry Now Cryo be deported to Mars.
Nice.
And everybody just goes nuts. Ah! And it was like after Congress amending the limitation on the presidency again, like they did after FDR, They made it so they can have only two. A person can only have two consecutive ones, but they can have, if they're split, they can have two and one or whatever, or 2 and 2. Yeah. So Trump did his 2 terms, and now and then what's his VP?
Yeah, vice president. Yeah.
Yeah, had his 2 terms, and now Trump Jr.'s in.
And then Trump Sr.'s coming back after that. Yay.
No, Trump Sr.'s passed away, but you know.
Oh, well, you know.
So yeah, so it's after 4, 8, 12, 16, we're into years. But yeah, anyways, it was absolutely funny. And yeah, they are all, everyone, every customer of Cry Now Cryo is being deported to the Mars colony.
Cry Now Cryo.
Yeah. All right, everyone, we're going to get out of here. Have a good night. Stay safe. Keep adding your preps. Learn a new skill. The more and more I'm looking at stuff, it's becoming more evident. We need to learn new skills. And if you have a son, daughter, grandson, granddaughter, nieces, nephews, grandnieces, grandnephews that are among the younger generations now that don't know what a spare tire is, can't identify the battery in a car, start teaching them.
Homeschool them.
Some of these are out of university. They still don't know. Is that the battery? Oh, my tire's flat. Do I need to jump start my tire?
How do I use a can opener? I saw that video a long time ago. That was like bizarre.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those on different things, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, common sense hasn't been common. Normal home ec skills have not been taught to kids. And yeah. Oh, that's a can of Pillsbury biscuits. I need you to put the can opener on it to open it up. I can't read the directions.
Yeah.
I can't read.
Don't rip that stripper smacking on the table. No, get a can opener and watch it do that can snakes trick on you.
Not even that. It starts peeling out. Yeah, anyways. All right, everyone. Good night.
Have a good night.